Alexa, play traditional Chinese music, please.
Playing traditional Chinese music on Amazon Music.
Well, I've just had a right dilemma. I had a bit of a plonker alert. I had the security that tight on. I've been changing settings and stuff and doing all my obs and bobs and bibs and bobs on my stuff, and then I realised, why nobody here? Why is there nobody here? And you know why? I had my own mucker. I'll tell you why. Because I had it only I could see it. That's how clever I am. Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. I know, can't believe what I did. I can't believe I did it. Absolutely can't believe I did it. So I'm there, like, oh, la 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 la. Why is no one coming in? Why is no one coming in? 5 past, like, nobody. So I went off, closed everything down, went back on, nobody, and then I looked at the settings and it said video, only you. I'm like, only me? What does that mean? Oh, security settings, absolute. I'm terrible. I shouldn't have buttons that I can press. I should not have any buttons whatsoever. I shouldn't be allowed near a button. Anything that's got a button with it, I've got to be taken away from. I've got one of my best cardies on, cashmere. I don't know what that means. Got it from charity shop. It's a really nice one though. Bought it about 10 years ago. Who's beeping? And it's very warm. And I've left it and left it and left it. I must admit it's a bit snugger than it was, but I've left it and left it and left it. Thought I'm going to wear that for best. And then I thought, I'm sick of it. I've got all these clothes for best. No, I'm lying. I haven't got all these clothes for best. That's a lie. Because more and more I've got paint on them. More and more I've got paint on. And more ruined. But hey ho. I want to do something a little bit different today. Are we okay with that? I want to do something. I'm feeling very very calm and really sort of calm and I don't know, I'm growing up I think a little bit. I don't know what it is. I'm studying stoicism at the moment. You know when someone says, oh, they're a bit stoic. And it's really interesting how you allow others to have the power over you. And, you know, instead of saying, oh, I'm going to lose weight, you say something like, I'm going to have a healthy meal today. Because it's always a long-term return for us. So if we say a present, just we're in the present, and very much mindful, we're in the present. We can only deal with the present. To deal with it. So I'm very mindful today. And I want to sort of convey that to you as well. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you that it's going to be wonderful for you, but what I can say is, you know, treating this time as your time is very mindful. Some people get a little bit confused and say, well, I'm not too sure whether I actually get it. And that's only because, without being rude to them or to anyone, it's a little bit when you know you sat there like drawing doodles. What's so good about that? I understand that, but that's not it. This is one way of doing it. You can do it in your knitting, your stitching, your crochet. Said the C word, and all sorts of things. You know, you could look at bird watching while I'm waffling on. You could do anything you want as long as it's time for you, and then it allows you to move on and do time for your other things. But yeah, I'm very very much focusing on the present. You can't control what others do or say or are. You can only control what you do, say and are. So you be the best that you can be. So that means you've got to relinquish worry about what others do. And one of the sayings, Marcus Aurelius says something along the lines of a Roman emperor. Very interesting. It's like, oh, let me get it right. We love ourselves, but not others. And yet we worry about other people's opinions, but not our own. And I think that's quite poignant, isn't it? We love ourselves, but not others. But we worry about what they think rather than what we think. And I just think that's a bit of a... It is true, isn't it? It's true, very true. So, hello everybody. Oh, goodness me, there's quite a few of you in. So, today, what you could be doing is... That's fantastic, Sylvia. Well done. Yes, the artist ways are good, and I love if anyone's interested in the feminist side of it, but not a feminist, just interesting, is the subvert is a nice, either a nice overall pattern that's really sort of gentle, but mindful. It sounds crazy, I know what I mean, but I just don't. Sometimes I can say stuff. That sounds stupid, I know. Sometimes I can say stuff, and then other times it's like I can't even open my mouth before it all goes Pete tongue. So I'm just thinking, should I use this? Because I don't want to waste. See, I've got some papers here that I've used and I've not... No, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, she says, shut up with us. Get your book. Should I try this? I don't think that is watercolour, but never mind. No, I'm going to try this. I'm going to go for this one. Right, I've got... This is an A4 book. Portrait. Portrait. Ring on the portrait. Landscape. Whichever you want to call it. Oh, right. So... Oh, sorry. Sylvia, sorry. Oh, well, hopefully this will keep you a bit, this will make you laugh. Anyway, you're right, love. Sorry about that. I always, you know what I mean? My mouth. Anyway. I keep listening to the music. Yeah, I hope you're getting there. This is, I'm back into my crocheting today, simply because I need to do it for me. It's the wrong size, this book, that's why I'm ivorying. Right, can you see that? Oh, you know I'm not like that anyway, Sylvia. You know what I'm not. Let's just go back to basics, yeah? Where we just do some pattern, some abstract shapes, some pattern that we're just looking at having a nice... Right, so I'm going to go with circles today, and I've got an A, if you see, I've got it there. Well, you see, if I do that, I'm going to waste that page then. And I'm sorry now, I've just folded it now. Oh, Ignore me. I'm going to use that later for my stamping because I've got a show coming up. Right, okay. I'm not going to draw. I am going to draw. Right, I'm going to go with circles. Now, you can do two things. You know I love my circles. So, you can do your circles. Now, if you've got a ring band like that and you use your... Oh, that's come out of my hole. And you use this, you can drop your graphite down. So, you know, if you've got, like, if you're pressing on that and it's a bit high. Still works, look. Cool. So, oh, that didn't work, did it? So you can do different sizes. You can do them in different shapes, however you want. I'm going to do them a little bit random, I think. That's wrong. I'm going to get rid of that one. I don't like it. That's too big. I'm just going for it. I'm not, because I'm faffing. I'm messing. So I'm not messing about now. I mean business. Oh, this is, I don't like this. It's annoying me now because I've gone too mad. Right, okay. You just do it in the gaps. You don't do it like I've done it. Come on, stop, stop. I've got to get my head on now. Stop with this. Right, so what I'm going to do is... I'm going to get my circle one out. I can see it now. Oh, you can't. Sorry. Sorry, that was quite funny. That I was getting really mad with myself then, and I'm like, right, come on, now just stop farting about, get on with it. And then you couldn't see a sausage. This is what you have to do, you know. Sometimes you just got to stop, get yourself out of that rut. And I'm finding that at the moment, if I'm not careful, I'm getting into that rut. I've had to move my camera up a little bit because it's annoying me and it's dropping down. So it's like it suddenly falls asleep halfway through. So if it drops off, sorry, it's me. I'll have to put it back up and wake it up a bit. So obviously this hasn't got the same lovely array of shapes as the other one, but that's it. Quite happy with that. So what I've got here is all these circles. So I'm going to go straight in with a thin pen, straight away. So some of them are a bit big, so I'm going to have to go in with me doofer. So bear with me while I do this. If you want a couple of things on them, then you can put a couple of things on them, you know. And how's everybody doing? Is everyone okay? It's a beautiful, well, no, it's not beautiful. It's one of them great walking days today where, you know, you could go out for an hour and, do you know what? That's what I might do. I haven't been out properly for a walk for months. Well, I haven't had a walk for ages. I don't want to tell you because I'm embarrassed. Right, so here I'm just filling the circles. I've put a couple of ones that have got a bit of extra so I'm just looking for them. If they've got a little bit extra room round them, I'll put a double line on. Don't need them all though, because I don't want it to be, I just want it to be an addition. I don't want it to be sort of take over. Right, this one might be a bit tricky, so I might have to go in with that one there. Yeah. I was reminiscing this morning, talking to two lovely people, having a chit chat with them. I don't know, I think I was just waffling. And we were chatting about when I was growing up and how it was with, like, it was a make, do and mend environment, and we had clampets and non-clampets, and I'm sure, well, I know our family, me, my mum and dad were clampets. Ever, but yeah, make, do and mend. Joke. Loved it. Loved it. You know, you needed something, my dad went in his shed and did it. Come back with it 10 minutes later. Crash bang wallet, a few swear words, and he'd made something. Not what you wanted, but something similar that didn't cost him out. Remember it really well. Well, I've got some funny stories about that. It's all part of growing up. It's part of our life in the ghetto. Right, I'm rubbing out all the dodgy lines. It's going to be quite simple today. It's going to be very therapeutic. Although I'm not a doctor, I can't say that this is going to be your sort of therapy. I can't believe I've got to say all that. But I have to, just in case somebody wants to sort of have another go and say, oh, right, she said this, she's done that, she's making thousands of millions of pounds out of it. I'm not. Right, okay. Okay, although I have got a Patreon page coming, that'll stop people, I hope, calling me a thief and a robber. Right, okay, so we've got lots here. Whose birthday? Vicky's birthday. Vicky's birthday. I've missed you, have I not said it? I sent all the birthday wishes out today, so how come I've missed you? Oh, my moodling set. As soon as possible, I hope. Vicky Clark, is it your birthday? Oh, Vicky, I have said hello to you, haven't I? Didn't I wish you happy birthday this morning? You're just watching, Jane. I want to get you involved today, Jane. I want you to do a bit. I'm coming to visit you very soon. If I had my car today, love, I'd be here. I'd be over like a shot. Anyway, so we've got a load of circles. Should we just go for it? Each one of these is going to represent, metaphorically, I like that word, metaphorically, have I got enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I didn't even count them when I've got 5. I do 7, I might do 7, 2 over there, yeah. Metaphorically speaking, you're going to think of, that's a bit dodgy, I shouldn't have done it now, never mind. Allow well, I've just realised what you can do. I didn't know you could do that. That's clever. Right. Metaphorically speaking, we're going to represent, each one of these is going to represent like a pattern. which makes sense. But we're gonna take a pattern and we're gonna have it like a moodle mood board. How's that? So the pattern and the colour will reflect a feeling. I'm not telling you what they are. You're doing this yourself. Excuse the cuts and everything. You know how bad my hands are. I am just going to come along and say the first one I'm going to do is spring. Okay. I'm just going to go for it. So 2 circles. You don't have to have used your doofah. Use whatever you want. Use little, you know, hand-drawn circles. Do whatever you want. So the first one is spring. What does spring mean to me? I know what. I'm going to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is each one of these is my leaf pattern. Oh, make a feature of it. You know what I say, if it goes dodgy, don't worry. Right, so okay with that? You going, Linda? Oh, right. Spring. So circles in the middle. Again, keep to the shapes that you're happy with. There we go, I'm happy with that now. So I've got like a circular motif in the middle. I'm going to keep it like that. And then I'll look at the next one and I'm going to do, oh, let me think now. I love this shape. See, spring's still in my head now, and I'm liking the idea of just bringing your inner line in like that. Take your time, enjoy it. I'm rushed too much and then it all goes. I'm determined. I can't be in control of anything but myself, so I want to make it count. So, oh, I just smudged it. See? Nothing is ever. This reminds me now of when new beginnings and microbes and stuff. Might put a little wiggle there just to sort of, and then here. I love that one. Little flowers. So, you know, we've got a big flower there which I'm going to put in just in the top ones. Happy. Really quite quick. That one happy. I'm going to put another one of them over here because I like it. This time keeping it really rather thin. Now, if you want to see these really done beautifully, look at Janet Laird, and she does absolutely stunning geodes. She does beautiful little books. I'm hoping one day that she'll do a little live for us in the group, because she does absolutely. Her name is, I think you know, Janet Laird. Beautiful work. See? So we've got, see, I'm absolutely loving that. That reminds me of why I started moodling. So I'm going to, see, this is what I mean. I think there's the lovely Sue Dakin is having a bit of a rough time sort of getting going, or whatever you want to call it. And she said about a mojo. And the thing is, it might have sounded like I was being harsh. I wasn't, because it's true. Inspiration only finds you when you're working, because if you sat doing nothing, nothing will come to you. These, I was like, yeah, that's it, I love that. See, I'm being quite fine, which is not like me, quite fine with these lines, look. So I'm taking my time with them. I'm being, if you ever really are interested enough, I'm going to do 3 lines now, woohoo, maybe even 4. Oh, I like that, I'm going for that. Right, so I'm into that now. If you ever get the chance to have a look for inspiration, and you really want to know where I get my stuff from and my ideas and how I arrive at things like this, then if you have a little look at fractals, or I always get it wrong, I don't know whether it's scanning electron microscopes or electron scanning microscopes, but either way, they make everything massive. See, I'm absolutely loving that. Look, how simple and stupid. I mean, for me, not anyone else. See, I've got a line here I need to sort of... Hi, everyone. Hi, Joyce. Hi, everyone. Silly woman. I meant hi, Joyce, not hi, everyone. Well, hello, everybody. Yeah, of course. But I'm loving that. This is great for kids, this. Now, I did these many times ago. Now, this one is annoying me now because it's out on its own. So what I need to do is balance it up by putting something else on. So maybe up here, we're going to put in a sort of mix between the two. Do you get me? So we've got a dodgy line. So let's put another dodgy line, but not too dodgy. There we go. So we've got that. So what we're going to do is bring this in now. So I'm starting with like clock. it looks like the people on the secret retreat, the dirty weekend, had a brilliant time with Kay. And she does do. She knows how to put a dirty weekend, does our Kay. Yeah, it looks stunning what you were doing. I think Wendy was on it. I think Sue was on it. I'm not too sure everybody was on it, but I know one thing for sure. Whoever was on it, you had a blooming good time. And you've got a great kit. I really miss her. It's really difficult because at the moment life goes on, doesn't it? I mean that in a good way, positive way. It's really difficult because you've got to concentrate on things that take your time up, and it's been incredibly difficult because we're all sort of even though we're all stuck in, we're super busy at what we've got to do. And it was picture from the guys showing at the work they'd done, and I thought, oh, I've missed our dirty weekends, but yeah. Anyway, I've done that. Now, I don't like that. It's annoying me. So what I need to do is take the emphasis away from the shape. It is Marcia, it is. So what I'm going to do is concentrate on putting more emphasis on the shapes around it. Do you get me? Less shapes, less influence, or, you know, focus on that, more focus on the actual. So now what I can do is, if I just put in maybe, let's see, every other one. Let's sort this one out first. So in here we've got our 3 coming in there. We put the circle in. You will have this. You will have days where you do something one way and you think, I don't like that, but then you've got to keep going, and then there'll be part of it that you do like, and that'll be the part that inspires you to do something else. There we go. You see, I'm happy with that now. I'm happy. Well, as you know, I've just got to do. I might do it different here and do one there, and I've just thought of another pattern with crochet and knitting. It's called a Pico Stitch. I said, I don't like this, so what I'm going to do is that's it. That's miles better. I'm getting into this now. I'm going to do a little one here, I think. 12, 6, whatever, 9 and 3, right? So I'm going to do thin ones. So in between, I'm going to put 2 now. Clever ass. It's going to bite me on the bum now, this. So, more like a chrysanthemums. Not a chrysanthemum, a marigold, that's it. Look at that one. Right, okay, so we've really got that one there, that's well dodgy. But if we just do what we've done here, and take the emphasis away from the dodginess, that's not a word, I know, but see? I've now integrated those patterns see what I mean? I'm loving this now. It is. It is absolutely. That's my main thing, Glynis. And Glynis, I must admit, I'm loving the way you're working. I can see, without being rude, a real sort of graduate. In a lot of you, I can see, this is the art teacher bit of me, I can see that personal development. Please take this in the way that it's intended, which is totally positive and confidence building. You should really look back at your work at some point and think, oh, wow, I'm proud of some of the stuff I'm doing. I'm learning to say it as well after 40 years. But do you know, take real pride in what you do. Right, so I'm going to look at the other things that I really like. And I'm going to sort of cross between that one, and that one. So if I look at maybe a bigger one and I just do a... This might not be for everybody, but I'm not doing it for everybody. I'm doing it for me, and if it helps... Well, I'm doing it... No, that doesn't make sense. This isn't for everybody, I understand, but you replace... You replace what you think. See, I made a bit of a balls up there. Sorry, I made a mistake. It was a bit small. So if I did it the other side now, it looks correct. And then if you just do it there as well, it looks like a feature. Look, you see? So I am doing it for everyone, but I'm doing these patterns that I know I'm interested in. And if you're not interested in these, then that's good as well, because that means you're making your own decisions, which is even better. Perfect. So I've got a mixture now. Is everyone okay? Oh, you're welcome, Glynis. I really mean that. I see lots of your work and I really see the development in it, and I'm really proud because I think, you know, hopefully at some point I've, you know, give you a little bit of a, you know, inspired you in one or two parts, and that's like makes my heart sing. And I'm not cheesy, but it really does. It makes my heart sing, and this is the reason I go on. Otherwise I'd have given up ages ago. It's easier to give up, isn't it? But no, you do this because there's people like you lot, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? You know what I mean? That actually, if it, you know, this is what it's about. It's about being inspired. You're never going to please everybody, so please yourself. And then the people who like what you do. So what I've done is I've changed this up, so I've put a little bit of that in it, a little bit of that. So the way we can get round that now is if we just divide this one up here. Please check out Janet's work because it's stunning, honestly. She's been doing it a long time. So there's, you know, I don't want people to think, oh, well, we're doing the same. No, no, no. It's very different what she does, although it looks similar. Hers comes from a different way. You're loving it, Denise. Denise, in right, Dawn, 100%, 100% Dawn. I've seen your confidence grow. But because your confidence has grown, I've seen amazing work coming out here. And that'll be in everything you do. Philippa, you, look at that colouring you've done for me. And Denise, you never knew you could do that. Your stuff's going to be on my packaging. You know, how amazing is that? Do it. It's be proud of that. You've done really well. So here, I'm just going back in to copy this idea. Again, you use what you've got in it and bring them together. So this one, we're looking very much at what else have we got. We've got these like triangles. So maybe if we just put in a... See, this is working for me now. Oh, I've done it wrong side. Boom. Alright, I'll have to do that then. Oh, that's working. Oh, that's working. See what I mean? You can make a right codswallop and it doesn't matter. Go with it. There we go. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. See how they're working together now, and something that I wasn't happy with now I'm starting to work on. I'm still not happy with them, but I'm leaving them. Walk away. What's blown your mind? Melissa, look at what you've done. That bowl of, that vase of flowers, look at that. That looks like a proper artist sketch for a book cover or anything. It could be beautiful. Put that in a frame. You know what I mean? I haven't done it. You've all done it, not me. You keep saying it's that. No, it's not. It's not that. It's nothing to do with me. I just give you a kick. It's down to you. I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take it a little bit different. So I'm going to put a line in, and I'm going to choose where I'm putting these in. I'm really enjoying this today. I'm enjoying the company. I like being on my own. I like my own company. But sometimes you just need that. Now I made a bit of a pig's ear here, so take it off and do what I said. Oh, yeah. But don't you find that you've just said that the work's blown your mind? That you're now confident in a lot of other ways. It's not just that. That confidence carries through in a lot of other ways, and you're like, did I do that? And that confidence is the key. Confidence is the key. Don't mean you're big-headed. It just means, wow, I never knew I could do that. I can't remember the lady who said I can't draw. I said, you just have. What's that? What you mean by that is I can't draw like a photograph. Well, no, not many people can. So here we're going to bring in the circles. So not that's it. Can you see how I've wiggle woggled over them? That's it. I'm keeping my eye out though. There seems to be a lot of people doing moodles but not giving us recognition, so we need to make sure we keep our eye on that. It's not very fair. Right, where have I done it? I've done it at that end. Right, okay. Exactly. Exactly. That camaraderie is so important. In fact, it's priceless. Having good equipment, right? These are the things, these are the elements that make a person have more confidence. Inspiration, good equipment. I don't mean it has to be top all the time. And how can I put it? And not just willpower, but a thirst for knowledge. It was Jenny Shepherd Exactly. That's it, Emma. So, see, this isn't drawing, is it? It is to us. I get very empowered by you lot. You make me get out of bed in the morning. So you know when depression strikes with you know, maybe you could do that with others because it's so powerful. I'm not, please don't, I can't say I'm a doctor in any way, and I'm not saying that, but sometimes, you know, I had a big wake up call, and I very much didn't want, I needed to hear it, but you know, at the time you're like, really? But I needed it, and it's because they care, and it's because we care. Pills. I really like that now. It's something I've not done before, and I'm really enjoying that. To maybe just a, I really think music helps me. And like I say, the lovely Rachel, her daughter, um, pointed me in the because I'm doing the Stoicism. She pointed me in the direction. I had seen it, but I hadn't bought the book. Into the and I was looking at the history of Stoicism. Please don't think I'm gonna try and make you into a cult sort of warrior. It's not. And then I sort of got my audio books, and I love listening to it because I have to at night, otherwise I can't sleep. I have to listen to a book, something like Harry Potter, or something like. I love Stephen Fry, right? His voice, soothing. So I listen to it at night. Even how to speak Dutch, I listen at night, and it's very helpful because it allows me to go to sleep. And she pointed me in the direction of someone called Marcus Aurelius, which is who was a Roman emperor. Very interesting. Very interesting. And this is where the Stoicism comes from. There's nothing ever new. It's all been done before. That's a big impact to it. That has a big impact on you if you keep remembering that. Triangle. Not done triangles. Oops, sorry. Am I taking too long, guys? How are we doing them? Oh, is anyone bored with me yet? See how you start with one. That's another interesting thing that I was reading about, that guilt and things always find the person. Dawn. Depression is oh, thank you, Louise. Depression is very different for different people, and it's very, you have to be diagnosed with it. You can't just say you're depressed. So totally agree with you. People have bad days, don't they? It doesn't mean you're depressed. I'm not taking that away from anyone. I'm just saying that you're allowed to have bad days. It doesn't mean that you know you've got a mental illness. It just means you're having a bad day. Well, yeah, I totally agree. I think that's a really good point. Exactly, Jacket, Wind in the Willows. It's something you don't have to think about. It's not offensive. It's not harming in any way. Oh, you never bored. Thank you. Well, you're a bit biased. Sarah, sorry. I don't know which to say because it's not got Sarah. It's Sarah without one in it. Anyway, because I had a friend who was Sarah without an H, and she was Sarah, and yet I've got another friend who says Sarah. So anyway, yeah, I don't want to sort of do that. I hope, because philosophy is not for everybody. It can be a bit off-putting. Sometimes though, when you draw, I don't like that, but I'll make do with it. Sometimes though, when you're drawing, it gives you time to think. Oh, I like it. See? Oh, that's good. Oh, is it? Is it peaceful? What? Why is it? Linda, it's the best part of everyone is so friendly and yeah, I love that. Good, good. I wonder why it's peaceful, because I've not exactly got a peace. I wonder why it's peaceful. It often makes me, I'm very interested in stuff like that. I think sometimes though it can trigger things in your head, can't it? That, and I think when it's triggering things in your head, it's. I don't want to think. I'm quite bad at sticking my head in sand, and I'd rather run away until I'm cornered. But I think sometimes when I'm doing this, I can approach those issues from a different angle, and the idea of stuff like that is to approach them from a half full, not half empty. When I was younger, it was always, well, if you think the worst, it can't get any worse. It's not exactly a great mantra to fill you with confidence, is it? And if you've given a time and people say how good you are, you can, or, take the time out. But then when you're told enough that you can't do it and you're rubbish, then you believe it, don't you? Half full, that's good. Yes, totally agree with you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that with all my heart. So I'm doing more like a little broderie elongate. No, broderie anglais. That's it. Like a little. So all I started off was with spring. Just shows you, doesn't it? See, I need to put maybe something on it, or maybe I don't. I always have this thing when I've got to, see, done it again, haven't I? It's not much of it, an alteration, but it's enough to make it finished. It's weird that, isn't it? Just one little thing. I'm loving this. So what I'm doing here is I've got a, oh, I've done it wrong way. Oh, it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. So I've done the broderie anglais thingy with the opposite triangle. And I've done like 3 little doofers. So what I might do here is 1, 2, 3. It in white. I think I've said this before. They did it in white and it looked like lace. So we all used the idea. We've all borrowed it. So about it, innit? You can borrow stuff as long as you say where you borrowed it from. So here, I'm going to do the broderie anglais, sort of pip shape around here, because I don't want anything too. There we go. I think that's enough. Yeah. If you look at go to see Gina Barrett, her buttons, absolutely stunning, and it's they're works of art. So if you look at some of the patterns we're doing, very similar in the fact that you've got this like centre and then they weave out. So if you think of this as stitching, it makes total sense to me anyway. Here I'm just going to do some little triangles. Sorry. Never even said I'm using a 2, sorry. This has been very, 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 very therapeutic for me today. One of the things is, I don't know if anyone wants to try this. Exactly. Exactly. Dorset buttons, that's right. That's it. It's a healthy routine, isn't it? Otherwise, you'd sit. It's very easy to slide into that. You know, not get dressed. This is now. I might get this wrong. I hope it's Asa or Asa. Oh, this is the Amsterdam All Acrylics Ultra Smooth Long Life. It's thingy acid free. It's a brilliant book to draw in. It's a brilliant book to paint in. I'll put a little link on for you if you'd like to know. And then, you know, that helps me as well because it'll be hopefully an affiliate link. Right, I've got a little circle going on here. So I'm just thinking I might just put here. It's got to be done, hasn't it? My bumps. I've got to put my bumps on. Now, instead of spring, it looks like a ship's wheel. Oh, I was going to tell you something, wasn't I? Oh, yeah. Right. I have a great problem with, we all worry about other things, don't we? So I have a little thing now that helps me a lot. When the worry starts, I can feel it coming in and I go, no, no. And I don't allow it space before it, and then if it still opens the door a bit, I go, no, shut the door on it. No, shut the door. No, shut the door. And I keep doing it. And if it keeps coming in, I grab it by the throat and shove it in a box and stand on it. is she? Brilliant. So if anybody has this problem like me, it's a constant rattle in your head, or it's a dialogue you have. I have a constant dialogue where it's like, no, I'm not, don't think of that, no, don't think of that. And you've got to say no, but stop. And the minute it comes back in, stop, shut the door, stop, shut the door on it, keep doing it. And then I feel like Wonder Woman when I've stood on the box. It won't stop it happening, but you've got your control back. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to work for everybody, and I'm not saying that I'm allowed to say, I'm not a doctor, basically. But that's really helped me to sort of control some of my anxiety issues. You know, take control. Where's the evidence of that? Is it true? No, not believing it. No, not having it. Really does help. If you want it a big door, make sure it's a big door. If you want a big box, put it in a big box. But what you want to do is stand on that box and don't let it out. And if it comes out, give it a kick back. That's what you need to do with. That's what I need to do anyway. And it's really started to help me. So here, what I've done is like not thunder and light, like a heartbeat. So here I'm just going to put in my. So here I've done an outline. Ah, that's exactly what I mean, Michelle. Yeah. That's why I have my this might be off-putting for other people. I do apologise. I'll get back to drawing. Um, but yeah, that's why I have my book on. Not everybody wants to listen to this, you see. So anyway, so what I've done is, let's get back to some drawing. So what I've done is, I've done all the lines that I've used. I'm sort of making them up now because I'm bringing them all back together. So I've got a few that I want to do, and I think this really helps me to sort of bring, not an end to it at all, I don't mean an end to it, but it brings some sort of closing the circle, so that there's a sort of, you know, like that. It's where does it start, where does it end? But the thing that is happening is the fact that there is a common element between them all. We've got two now, so what do? I pick the ones that I feel are most successful. So I'm going to go with these because I absolutely love these. These have been part of my, I've been drawing them like Janet for many, many years, different forms of them. I've always enjoyed doing them. Because I've looked under the microscope. I wonder if you would you like to see how some of my stuff like this from about 30 years ago. I remember trying it. I was looking at a microscope and I was trying it out of wire, and then I was trying it out of yarn just to get the same effect. like to. Are you sure? I'll show it you now then, yeah? Bear with me. I won't show you all, but if you fancy it, I'm going to do my butterflies tomorrow. I'm going to do a studio light one tomorrow, so if you get your collection, if you've got it. If you haven't, just come join along. Oh, my. Oh, you daft woman. I've just had a look at there. Went and got my ladders and it was on the side. Yeah, I'm going to do my collection tomorrow. I'm going to do a bit more work. Right, just to show you what I mean. This might bore a few people, but this was the front of it, and it was looking at, you can tell how old it is. I dyed it and then stitched it, and this was to do with landscapes. And I was looking at natural forms. So I made it myself. So here we've got like drawing, seen from the riverbank at dusk. The mud contoured by water. So then I did it in fabric, so I did it with stitching. So then I wanted to sort of see it like all the landscapes drawn like lines, so I did a load of rubbish, collected threads, put them in plastic bags and then stitched over them to represent that. Then I did the landscape, the lines of the fence, and I did it in beading. Then I did like, oh, you can't see it there, but the lines of the field. Oh, oh, Malcolm, that's brilliant. Oh, you've made me day. Oh, everybody, Malcolm's had his final one. Oh, I'm so glad you can't see. Oh, I'm so happy. We're just having a look at some of my rubbish. Malcolm, I'm so chuffed. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, and you got the, well, that collection's amazing. So what I did was, I then stitched over threads, and then I did on like some wire, and then I wired the threads, and then I pulled threads, and then I did, this is all under microscopes, like starting to look under microscopes, like this is fibre, and then this is like what I'm doing now with my doodling, and then I did it in different ways. It's all dropping out, it's that old, but you can see with paper making, and then stitching, and then this is like the wires that I did, and then it just, you can see where my work comes from now, can't you? You can see like the stitching and the embroidery elements. These are just stunning. This is from a corset, which is the lines again. It's all about the lines, and then I did my own, but I haven't got it. This is under the microscope doing my moodles. Well, that's that other one. Then these are on. So you can see, can't you? It just goes on forever and ever and ever. So I won't bore you, but it's all about the lines that you see. And then I was making my own rope, wired rope, this sculpture. And this is a page. This has got to be 35 years old now. Maybe more. No, about 35. 45. Yeah, about 35. And then these are like some pictures of Tuck. That's Alice Kettle, one of my favourites. Embroidery. You can see the faces in a massive wall hangings at the Whitworth. And then you can see I did like a map. Used, you know. So anyway, so that's where my moodling doodling comes from. Make time. So yeah, so good. So that's where I get all my ideas from, and you see the one there that's just giving me a real inspiration was the one where it's like that. So there we go. Look, that was like that little one that I did. So really liking that. Really, really liking that. So now what we can do, you can choose whatever you want. Now I know I've gone right over. I tell you what, yeah, ringing that bell. I blooming hope you did. What I'm going to do then is, I want to carry on, but I can't because I know the lovely Rachel is on soon. But I'm just going to show you that I've got some beautiful metallics, and I want them to so I'm going to do a blend on my page all over and then pick out colours, but a really soft blend. Now I've not done this before, so if it goes a bit wrong, I'm not sorry. I'm not. So here I'm going to wet the page. Thank you. I hope that you get to see now, don't you, what people, why they work the way they do, you know, and why they're inspired or what they're inspired by. So that, you know, half the thing is when you're doing your stamps or you're doing a collection, is people just suddenly come up with ideas and you think, where the hell did you get them from? And then you get others like who come up with stuff straight away, and then you get others like me who are just like faff around for years and it comes back and it's weird. But yeah, I'm now putting in some oranges and I'm going to go with orange and blue. It's got to be done. Got to be done. Oh, it's got a bit of pink. Pink. No, it hasn't. So I'm going to go in, okay, with the darker one. Now it looks rubbish. Don't worry. I'm going to get the lighter one in it. This is going to be so nice to do on a day when you just want to colour in little bits, not all of it. You don't want to do a full drawing, just little bits. Malcolm, I'm so chuffed. I am really chuffed. I just want another lady now to have some good news. I'm not going to say her name because it's not for me to say, but she's been very supportive of me, and I'm hoping that we get some good news for her. Right, so I've got my orange. It looks really poo, I know, but I'm thinking, right, I've got to be careful because I've got too much orange on my brush. Should have really used a bigger one, but never mind. Oh no, that's nice. So I'm using the blue. And because it's basically, you've got an orange which is a yellow base. And if you are drawn to colours, don't fight it, do it. Go with it. Don't think, oh, I can't keep using that. Yeah, use it. You want to use it, you use it. Now, if you want to blend it out, blend it. I'm a great believer in, I don't mind the colours. I don't mind it cauliflowering and all that. I love that because it's a bit like nature. You know, you can't control it, so why bother? Let it go and then work with that. So here we've got some of the orange into the brown. Sorry, the rust. This is Burnt Orange by Sennelier, and the other one is the Quinacridone Gold. So now we're getting a green look, which I really love. Oh, I'm liking this. Then go back with your bright orange. Now I'm not liking that because it's too dark, but that makes total sense. So if we use that as a starting point, isn't it weird that that music is exactly an hour and a half long? I'm doing a big moodle canvas. We're coming to it now, ladies. I've got a couple of people on it now. A couple of people have been asking me about it. But we're going to do it. It's a 30 by 30 big canvas. And I'm going to spend quite a bit of time on it. But it'll be an amazing piece of art that you can put in your house that you will be very proud of. If you want to sell it, sell it. It's up to you. But yeah, I'm really looking forward. Don't want that on. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Could be, Malcolm, could be. You could be the start of it for a... It won't be ever brilliant for her, if you know what I mean. But it might be better. Right, so I'm bringing... It's like, it looks rubbish now because it looks like strange. But once you sort of allow this to blend its own way and colours to blend, it's a bit dark there, but I really like that. So I'm just going to pull it here and put a little bit more here just to balance it, and maybe a bit more here. I've got colour there, just drag it down or slap it with your brush. So you can't leave it like that because that's a bit much. So I'll be going in my room for a little bit, but not because I'm watching Rachel. So not long, I mean, but yeah, so if you fancy it, come in and have a chat. If you don't, no problem. So again, I'm bringing the blue in, but it's changing to green. And the reason it's changing to green is because orange is yellow based. Because it's got the primary of yellow in it. And yellow and blue make green. But I quite like this colour. I like this dry rusty and all sort of lovely colours. So what I'm going to do now is, oh, it's wet. Just while it's wet, I should get a piece of plastic or anything that you've got. Just get a little bit of the blue, not too much, and I'm just going to, that's all. Don't do too much. Don't start trying to colour it in. Don't, please. It will just do that. So if you want, these are biodegradable. Look. There we go. Now it look, I know. Right, I'm shutting up now. I know. Just go with it. Now, if you've got bits like that that you don't like, while it's still wet, blend them in. Because this can be your, like, rubber. You see? So, if there's bits that are really annoying you, and you want them a bit lighter, or the colour's not quite what you want, then go back in with that. And you can wash them out. So, I'm going to go a little bit here. And then really lightly, there we go, because it's taking that edge off it. A little bit of green in there. Right, now what I'm going to do, put a little bit of the orange with it, and I'm going to just put in, it's not got enough water with it, let me just show you what I mean. You see? So I've got the green in it now because I'm going to put metallics on this. So green in the middle of that one there. You see how it's building the colours up? It looks atrocious when you first start, and it should do. So here, blue in the middle. Why am I shouting? And then the orange and the quin gold mix in here. Too dark, that. Yeah, way too dark. Get a wash on it. That's it. So blue on the brown, brown on the blue. Okay? So get a bit more colour. And again, just let it... I know, but when you finish this later, you will be gobsmacked when you start putting colour on. And I'll have to finish it now, just to tell you. I won't finish it online because I can't. I won't have time. So don't forget, bring your dark colour in. If you don't like your dark colour, wash it out. And then take some away, like this here. I still don't like that. Now it's taking some wiping, but it's not taking too much, so the paper's not really made for it. That's it. Can you see now? I've took the edge of the white off because I don't want the white page to be prevalent. I want the white page to be at several points just made to a magnolia. So if you know, just take that edge off it with a wash. Almost looks steampunky now, doesn't it? And again, going with your blue and allow the two to blend. See, so we've got this really crappy colour. I love it. Some people might find it a bit crappy, but if you want to and you think there's a bit of, you know, bit of areas that are a little bit thick, there's nothing to stop you just going in with your paintbrush. Now what I would do is just while it's wet, choose one area to just put a little bit of dark on, so everything on this side would have a little bit more dark. It just gives your work a little bit more of a substance to it. Oh, I'm so chuffed. Oh, wow. I'm over the moon. Oh, I hope nobody else is getting that. Right, well, I'm going to stop here now anyway, because it's getting like late. So what I'm going to do here, yes, fancy buttons. It's what I was saying before about watching Lovely Gina. So what I want to do is, when that's dry, it looks bad now, but you know, I promise you it'll look better. And then I'm going to put some colours on it, whether it be water. At the moment it looks like I've ruined it, but go with it. Please, just go with it. And then if you really want to lighten it, there we go. Just take that edge off with a baby white. Try, if you can, make it biodegradable. Can you see how that softened it all up? So now you leave that to dry and you get a very different finish. Now I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I'm going to go into the room for 10 minutes because then I've got to watch our Rachel Harris. And then tomorrow I'm going to be doing some more mixed media with. So tomorrow, mixed media with mine. I've just got this bit here I've got to do. Got to show you what. No, I haven't. Just wanted to show you that it does look when you start to pull out the colours. It's still wet, but when it's dry, oh, it's stunning. Oh, I was going, that withers, you were going. Don't forget, any of those problems, when they come knocking, open the door, see who it is. If you don't want them, tell them to go away. No. And then, if they keep coming back, get them back in there. Get them in that box and stand on it like Wonder Woman. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Mixed media treat. Tomorrow using my collection, but you can use absolutely anything you want. It's just that in case you bought it, you want to see what to do with it. So very much love you and leave you. And I'll see you over in the room if you can on Junk Journals or Mixed Media Art. And if not, I'll see you this time, this place, tomorrow. Bye.